Hiya! Okay, well, as usual, I am a little bit late, but later than usual because it's like really cold outside and I was defrosting. I was soaking wet because it was raining, so took a second for me to get here, but now I'm here and I'm working on another commission. Yesterday we were working on a witchy commission. Actually, I have it open still. It's right here. This one, it's still in the process of getting finished, but it's so close to being finished that I'm not going to do it on stream. If you want to see the final, probably we'll post this one on Instagram because it's sick. But for this one, I'm actually working on a commission for Gabrielle's on the side over there. I believe the title is a work in progress. It's to be determined, but I put up what I was given. So for now, that's what we're calling it. I am working on the Knight and Princess in the story. The client picked numero 2 for the pose, so we're going with that one. I think the vibe is like she's kind of not about this romance, but like he's winning her over and he's very like, I love you, and she's like, but maybe, you know? I think that's the vibe. So 1 was closer to the reference that she gave me, and then 2 is the one that we're going for. 1 was very much like very proper knight, and she's just like annoyed about it, and then 2 is he's actually kind of stopping her from leaving, and she's kind of surprised, kind of annoyed, but kind of into it. Complex feelings, huh? So that's what we're doing first. If I have time, as it says above, I will work on another commission. It's also for an author, it's also romance fantasy. So we have our work cut out for us today. Also, hi Lumen, how are you? I love how I didn't draw this hand. I'm gonna be so for real. Every time I try and do this commission, I don't know what's going on. I think it's just because it's at the sketch stage, and for some reason starting a new commission is hard. I always find myself having like rough handwork, like my arm is tired by the time I get to this commission. I don't know what's going on. So I'm glad to finally dedicate some time on stream so my arm can survive. I think we did do some of the sketches on stream actually. I think we have these ones. Yeah, I did something, I think. I don't know if I did it on stream, to be honest. I think I did. But regardless, I did something, but then it was not really the direction that we wanted to go. I separated them, but turns out for this commission, she actually wanted them together. So then I was like, oh, I'm glad I checked. So I've actually done more sketches than usual. So usually I give like 3 options, unless they're like really explicit about what they want. So I didn't cheat. I did all the options. It's just I did them messy every time. All right. I'm glad to know I'm not the only one doing art. That's good. Good. I feel like most people watching these streams probably are doing art. Make my life easy. I'm going to just merge them together. Oh, it looks like I like tried it before. Don't need that anymore. All right, see, 1 layer. I'm thinking that, what am I thinking? I actually was doing another commission off stream, and I was like, well, since I'm doing it off stream, I can do this. I'm going to do it on stream, confidently, okay? I'm going to pull up a 3D model, and this time I am going to trace the 3D model. Not because, you know I can do it. If you watch my streams, you know I can do it. But because it's the end of the month and I have like so many commissions, I'm sweating a little bit. I was kind of scared. There's too many. So the end result is still going to be the same. It's just a matter of I'm not pushing myself to learn it. So maybe it'll hurt me later. But you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. To be honest, I'm still probably gonna have to find references and draw on my own anyway. 3 layers? Yo, that's crazy. I learned that Clip Studio Paint has a mobile version, and apparently the mobile version you have to pay $1 per month. And I was like, okay, but like, it's on the phone, so I'm not gonna do that. And I think they have the iPad version as well. What? Huh? That was crazy. I don't know why it... Oh, apparently if I... You know what this reminds me of? It's like a foosball table. Alright. I've just defaulted to this one pose because he's just standing straight and I'm not about to figure out everybody else right now. This hand, I'm not worried about. I just need it to be like somewhere. It's the other hand that I'm worried about. The angle. Also his body. I was like, what? Huh? Say what? Normally, I do use 3D models. But like I don't, what's it called? I don't like tracing directly on top of them. I don't know, I feel like I'm cheating. That's absolutely not the case. I see other artists do it all the time. It's like a speed thing, but I try not to do it for the sake of like me memorizing how to do it. That's how I can sometimes, if you see me do the same pose multiple times, I've memorized it because I've drawn it enough times. It's not like I've traced it that many times. Which is great, because I have some default poses that I'll just, you know, like this arm, I don't worry about because I'm like, oh, it'll be fine. I can figure that out. This one, though. What's going on? I don't know what's going on, to be honest. Hold on, what is going on? Yeah, kind of a weird one. Like his hand is like holding her hand, like, how do I do this? His hand is kind of like this and her hand is like this. Kind of. I cannot do it, obviously, because limited hands here. If I had 4 hands, dude, I was an Indian god. Hindu god, I could do it. The head angle wasn't that bad, I feel like. Felt like that was okay. The back. Just men in general, honestly. And why are men difficult? Be so fruit. But also, another thing that I've noticed, I did use a model yesterday because I'm like genuinely like I am crunching. I'm going so fast. One thing that I did notice is this. I'm sure Clip Studio has it. I don't know how to deal with it, and I don't care to figure it out right now. These proportions are for an anime character, right? When I draw these commissions, typically they're not anime proportions anymore. They're like borderline. They still have that cartoony feel of like bigger heads and bigger eyes because it's my style. I can't escape it. It's the way I live my life. But that means even if I trace it, I cannot actually directly trace it. It would not be possible anyway. I still gotta do the work. But the pose, what I do is if I'm doing it this process, I'll trace it and then I'll trace it again. That makes sense. You'll see. It's a different process, but you'll see it. This guy kind of looks like unbalanced. Mentally and physically. I don't think your body is supposed to do that. He's taller than her. But not that much taller than her. That's why I'm like struggling. Also, I cannot bend him here. It has to be this tiny little thing. Yes. Azuki is the best. Nod with me. Puppeteer. Alright. Bring you over. Feel like when you hold something delicate, you just like pull it closer to you, right? Oh no. Can't do a background with only 3 layers. You know what? The only thing I can suggest. Sorry, I hit my mic. Open a separate file with the 3 layers, and then like, unless it doesn't let you do that, do the background in a separate file. When it's done, put it together. That's like awful though. It's like movie backdrop style. I will often do my characters together on the same layer, like near the end, but like the background? No, the background has to be separate, because what if you have to change things? That sounds like a nightmare. For real. Does he look like he's bending over though? Like we're only doing half body, so his bottom half doesn't really matter that much, but this looks uncomfortable. So unnatural. This is why references are better, I think. Whoa! I didn't know I could do this. What is this? I feel like that's more natural. Dude, I don't know. For her, actually, her body's fine. Like, I can figure that out. Her arm, I can figure it out. It's this one arm I cannot figure out. It's really mostly their hands. Well, him in general, he's just a man. I can't figure out the man. It makes me laugh that there's no girl model. I know there is. I don't know how to figure that out. But I find it funny that it's always, I put 2 dudes together. They look the exact same. Yes. It's just body A and body B, you know? You merge the layers, yeah. That's all you can do, you know? It's necessary. Or you do that thing that artists do. I think everybody does this. They go, final 1, final 2, final. And then they keyboard smash eventually. I never keyboard smash, however. I just finished the YouTube video for tomorrow. There's gonna be a video tomorrow. Oh my god. And legit called it final YouTube video and then called it final YouTube video because something went wrong with it. So there might be something wrong with the current one too. I don't know. Maybe we'll get through a final. Who knows? Oh my goodness. So I'm just making sure that this arm makes sense. Hey now. Well, that's some crazy yoga poses. Woohoo! Oh! Okay, well, I didn't know you could do that until now, so that's cool. That's good to know, I guess. Wish I knew that earlier. I'm learning every stream. I learn something. Maybe everybody else learns with me. Or maybe they all knew it already and they're like, girl. In that case, well, hey man. Okay, yeah. You're broken. You're not okay. You need to go to the hospital. You maybe get a splint for that. I don't know. You see, even modeling it is kind of difficult. Actually, sir, where's your hand going? Like, literally, where is it? This arm, I'm not so worried about. However, for perspective reasons. No, you gotta move this way, and you gotta move that way. Kind of? Well, I don't want to make her that uncomfortable because, like, you know, if a guy is grabbing your arm and it's gentle, chill. We're chilling. If you're grabbing my arm and I'm twisting my body in some, like, weird yoga Pilates nonsense, I'm gonna be uncomfortable and I'm not gonna be making a graceful face. I'm going to be making more of a disgusted face at you. Like, dude, let go. Then I can't bend like this. Well, chicken dance? I think angle correct? Potentially? Well, I can bend it this way, can't bend it the other way. Does that mean it's physically not possible to bend it that way? Or is it me? Am I the problem? Am I asking too much of my model? I think I am. I don't think... How far can you bend this? No, you should be able to... Or am I broken? Because it makes a click sound when I do this. If I go like this, you can technically go further, but... my shoulder pops. So maybe it's not physically possible and I just have hypermobility. I don't know. Maybe I'm moving the wrong muscle, man. Exactly. Let go, this is uncomfy. Start screeching. Yeah, I don't think I'm as graceful as this princess. I don't know how to tell you this. Oh, we're getting somewhere though. Okay, well, so I can't move the arm, which means I need to move the body, because I can't figure that out. I am the best, yeah. Headbanger style. Alright, no, I'll stop messing around, sorry. Wait, the neck can't move this way, so it has to be... Girl. I hate when I realize that the head position is physically impossible to do. You ever do that? You draw your character and then you go, wait, wait, this is physically impossible. Quite literally physically impossible. Oh, we're getting somewhere. We're getting, ooh. This is like the least entertaining part of the process to me, but like I feel like it might be entertaining just because of the stupid commentary. All of the stupid things I can say about this. All right, girl, your hips do lie, unfortunately. I'm gonna move you like this way. No, there was actually this one time I didn't interfere. I was like, I'm gonna mind my business. However, I saw this one like some artist, some newbie artist posted their art, and then somebody politely was like, hey, I don't know if you noticed, but I think you drew the hand wrong. And then the artist was like, no, I did the pose myself, it's possible. And then somebody back was like, okay. I was looking at it, I was like, that's physically impossible, actually. Because I think the character put his hand up and the hand was reversed. Like the left hand was on the right hand or something. And I was like, the pose is possible. The hand is in the wrong place. So, but who am I but a lowly artist? I'm not gonna tell the artist. I don't like giving unsolicited criticism, but if I already witnessed that they already are not gonna take it, you know, like what am I supposed to do? I'm not gonna help. It's alright, they'll figure it out. Future them will look at it and be like, wait a second. Oh, how do I move you actually? I just need to make sure that this makes sense. I only have one pet peeve that I see even pro artists do, and I'm sure I've done it too, which is we draw the neck and the head doesn't connect properly when they look over their shoulder this way. When you move over your shoulder this way, you actually cannot look that far. It's like, well, me especially, I probably have neck problems. I went to the chiropractor one time and they were like, okay, look to your left. And I was like, okay. And they were like, look to your right. And I went, and they're like, is that it? And I was like, yeah, I can't go any further. They're like, Hey, Azuki, I think you messed something up royally over there. And I'm like, you know what? You may be right. Alright. I did have like pretty severe back pain for a little bit because I used to sew. Not like drawing, right? You could fix your posture kind of when you're drawing a little bit. You might not be able to see the screen, but you can. But when you're sewing, you really need to. The sewing machine blocks it, so. You know, sewing has to be like one of the top 10 like worst things for your body. I don't know. They need to figure that out. It's 2025. Please figure out some better technology for the cosplayers. This is ridiculous. I'm trying to figure out this hand. What's happening with this hand? Also, bro, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're too big. That's a body shame, but you're a giant. Oh, they're on the same plane! Oh no! Alright, well, you guys have to separate. Sorry. Like two kids in class that don't get along. You guys move. I don't know if this is possible. See, I'm learning it's physically impossible. Where's the ball? Give me the ball. Give me the ball. I think this arm needs to twist. But I don't know how to do that. Are you... That's terrifying. No, I don't like what you're selling me. Because what you're selling me is marionette horror. Okay, see, that's the position I want the hand in. However, aha! So I can twist this way. What's happening, actually? Like, genuinely? Where am I? Who are we? Why are we on this plane of existence? Am I tripping? Can you not do this pose? Alright, if I'm doing this. Alright, we're gonna test it myself. Alright, what the heck is this? Alright, I'm here, right? If I'm turning my body this way, also Zelda shirt. This hand can go like this. And like, it cannot go this way. It can go this way. Which means the max we can do is this. Unless. What is a romantic pose? I don't know what a romantic pose is. What is this? This is maybe better? No wonder I was struggling with this pose. It's physically impossible. If somebody's kissing my hand, I would rather it be this way than this way, right? This is weird. This is uncomfortable. So, I'm uncomfortable. My arm's tired. That's bad. But this is possible. So... Doesn't this look uncomfortable? Because I am uncomfortable. Honestly, my arms are weak, so I'm not a good example. I know, artist, but still, arms weak. Alright, so then the closest we can do is what I just managed to do. Alright, listen, if the author tells me that they prefer me to move their hand, I'll just be like, nah, it's physically impossible, actually. I tried. I think it's fine. I think we're fine. Alright, I think it's fine. We just need to make this hand look pretty now. How would a princess hold their hand? Like, kinda... This hand position I've drawn a lot, actually. Because I draw so many princesses. We like the princesses. Who doesn't like princesses? If you don't like princesses and unicorns, see yourself out, please. I don't know why unicorns. I was just picking something really girly. Okay, finger. This hand. That's not a hand. This finger, I mean. I think would be more relaxing. I am beginning to learn as I'm doing these poses that, man, I need to work out my arms more because I'm tired. Or maybe it's because I did work out my arms that I'm like, oh, put it down. I'm so tired. Okay. And then, you know, we'll make her extra like curvy because this guy, sorry to tell you, you ain't got anything going on for you right now. Well, if she has a dress on, that's fine. Sick. We did something. Well, they work good together now. Can I? Will 1 + 1 equal 2? I don't know. That made 4. I'm sorry. That's neither here or there. It's who cares. Whoa, whoa. I mean, yeah, if you're in a corset, I guess. That's not what I intended to do, but it worked for me, I guess. Alright. That took me longer than I would like to admit. When did I start this stream? Shh, it's okay, don't worry about it. We're not gonna talk about it. Okay, again. We're making an exception here. Leave me alone. Art police. I don't know who the art police are, but... Here's the head. Neck. Because he's a man. A man. And then we're gonna have to correct the pose and also his proportions, because when I turn off this model, you're gonna see how like dramatic it is. Like his head is... I think you can already kind of see how dramatic it is. His head is like kind of massive. This hand, I didn't model this part. Also, like, look, if I was actually to like trace this, look at how useless this would be. Useless. Because nobody's arm bends this way. Like, look, I have muscle and skin. So like, I don't have weird polygons that are pinching like weird. 3D model can only do so much. Whenever I think of a character with like limited polygons, I just think of Tomb Raider. You know Tomb Raider, where her like chest is literally like a triangle because they don't have enough polygons? That's what I think of. I'm like, listen, she's got no curves. She's just angled. She's pointy. She's a pointy woman. You know, in the later Tomb Raiders, you can like get the, I think it's a DLC or like finished game pack or whatever, that they give you the low poly version. So you can actually play like the game in a 3D environment as pointy woman Lara Croft. It's hilarious. One of the first games I've ever, I think maybe one of the only games I 100%ed. That one, and I think there was one Spider-Man. I don't know. The fact that I don't remember is not great, but you know, sorry. This is my brand color, this red. Hey, hey yo. It is actually still showing her under. Now, this is a woman, so she don't have the same proportions. However, I'm just gonna trace it as is, and I'll figure it out. Okay, you know, listen. Did you see that? Me struggling to get the thing. Stop. Okay. I'm live. Stop making me look stupid. Belly button. Already like changing it. Well, thank you. I wanted to go on this trip actually. Goodness. This hand is gonna change. I'm not even gonna do that because that's whatever. I think this hand position actually, now that I look at it. Wow, that looks uncomfortable as heck. What the heck is this? What is this? What that? Illusions. See, didn't it look comfortable? And then I turned it, and then you're like, girl, you break a finger? Who did that to you? Who did that to you? Call the police. I have a feeling that this hand is gonna have to change later. Getting to look a lot like ugly. It was the stupidest joke. Oh, so good. We should really do the trick of Loish points this out. A lot of artists do this. That. Hmm? No, that. It's easier to draw. The two fingers together. Oh. Yeah. Like this. Rather than what I just did, which is it's too much information, man. We're doing too much. It also looks a little bit more elegant, actually. Well, not right now. Low-key looks like she's just got webbed fingers and she's a weird mermaid, but... Hey. Fantasy? Turned into a mermaid. Alright. Bam! There they are. Wait, hold on. She's got no head. Well, we think this is a girl that has thoughts, so let's give her back her head. Alright, let me try and put them together. They're so tiny. Tiny little babies. I don't know what I did there, but we're not gonna talk about it. Speedrun, how many weird things I can do in 2 seconds. They ended up very far apart from each other. Are they that far apart in the... They are not. I think it's an angle thing. Oh, you know what that means? I hate when that happens. That means... I mean, the tracing was fast, no? So, at this point, you have to. There's literally like, you can't not do it. You have to fix it. Can I not move them onto separate layers? Because, like, what is this? But they're closer together now, right? She's kind of somewhere else, though. She's also supposed to be shorter, which is kind of tricky. Maybe that's why. Maybe I have intuitive thinking here, and maybe that's why the pose made sense before. Okay, well, we know these two will be closer together, so let me twist this arm again. No! Yes! No! Yes! No! Yes! I'm having a great time. Are you having a great time? Great. The hand was really bothering me. Also, to be fair, his hand is actually supposed to be closer to his mouth as well, because he's kissing her hand. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing, apparently. Goodness. We did all that. All right, girl. You're getting real close to me. I'm uncomfortable. Stop it. All right, there we go. Did you come here for an art stream or a modeling stream? Make them closer together, I feel like I would pop a leg here. So the dress pops this way. I'm thinking now, one of these. Wait. See, this is physically possible. Wait. Weird. All right. Luton, thank you for the sub. Look at how cute it is! I forgot that I drew that. It was so long ago. Yay! Why did the ghost play hooky from class? Because he ghosted? That's all I can... I'm thinking of modern. Why did he? Why did he? What's the reason? What is the reason? That's amazing. He thought he was too cool for school. Ah! That's amazing. I love. Fantastic. 10 out of 10. I love Halloween puns. I said a Halloween pun yesterday, but genuinely I only know the one Halloween pun for some reason. I should really know more. What's wrong with me? It was, what's a vampire's favorite body part? No, not body part. Very favorite fruit. It's nectarine. However, I just gave it away, but at the same time. It's a 5 out of 10 pun. It's fine. It's fine. Listen, you try and draw and talk at the same time, it's alright. It ain't easy. What's happening here? Why are you not the color that I need you to be? You liked it good. Well, I get an A+. Ayo. I stayed in school. What? Hello? What is this? Get out of here, rulers. We don't follow the rules. Trying to think of another pun that I know, and I'm like, Oh, don't know. I do know that Monster High does a lot of those types of jokes, though, which I find hilarious. When I posted my recent Halloween piece, I said, "Doesn't it look fantastic?" What other ones do they use? You did fantastic. You did amazing. 10 out of 10. Would listen to the joke again. I don't know. I think this is hopeless. I think I'm gonna have to redraw that. It's fine. It's whatever. But to make us feel better, I'll change the color so it doesn't feel like I did the exact same. Fantastic. Hmm. I know that there's some other girly ones. For some reason I cannot think. But those are my favorite types of things for Halloween specifically. And I think that's why I like Halloween art the most, because you can do such funny things. I've done like quite a few characters where I do like coffins for everything. I actually saw this the other day at the first con that I went to. Somebody had, I wish they had turned around so I could have like pointed it at them across the room to go like, you! They had a coffin backpack and I was like, oh, that's so exciting. I love, my backpack is a heart, which is, let me tell you, I think a coffin is arguably, it's probably better for storage purposes because my bag is a heart. The inside of the bag it's a heart, so it's pointy at the bottom. So if you have something small, it just goes into this little. It's not great, but it looks cool. So like, whatever. I get a lot of compliments on it. It matches my branding, so I'm like, yeah, obviously I'm gonna get this bag. However, coffin is smarter. Coffin is so much smarter. Imagine, like, artists do a lot of like things with their price tags and things like that too. They make everything themed. Coffins are also better shape for that too. Because like you could just, let me show you. This is a coffin, right? If you were to do like price, you could just turn it to the side and then like write it like this. Or if you needed to do it like this, you put the price and then you put the information. Versus a heart, like, you're kind of limited. You can't really do much. Why did I pick hearts? Because they're cute too, but what can you do? Just live with your life choices. I do enjoy. I have seen some really clever displays though that I'm just like, man, I wish I thought about that. That's so clever. I always go up to them and tell them, I'm like, you're a genius. You know that? You're so smart. The latest one that I saw was they had like full branding of like Chinese desserts and Chinese foods. And so their packaging was like a steam basket, a dim sum basket thingy. And I was like, that's so smart. So when they like package it, they like attach it and it's so cute. I was like, you're so clever. You artists are so clever. Dang it, man. But it's like a very nice, exciting kind of thing where you're like, oh man, so smart. I'm in awe of you. I'm so impressed by you. I want to learn. Originally, that's what I wanted to do for, if I ever do like Halloween pins or something, you bet I'm going to do like a coffin. Yeah, but I have these coffin girl stickers. They're actually, if you're on YouTube or Twitch, they are pinned there. But the coffin girl stickers, I originally wanted to do like a packaging that's like a closed coffin, so you could open it and then the sticker would be in there and you'd be like, oh, there's a girl in here. There's a little monster. I thought that would have been cool, but I could design so many cool things if I had time. All right, I don't know if this works 100%, but like, you know, we got something. We have a hand and we have an arm, and honestly, I still think the arm is incorrect, but I'm not gonna redraw this, but I'm gonna test this. Oh my god, that looks so much better. What? I am gonna redraw it. Oh man. Hold on. But I don't have to redraw the whole thing. I just need to redraw the arm. Because I was like, that makes way more sense. Because he's taller, and also That makes her hand more dainty. What is this? Listen, I don't enjoy 3D modeling, and I also don't like using 3D models, to be honest. They're kind of annoying. However, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? We're trying to save time. Is this saving time, though? I don't know. Somebody watch another video of mine and tell me. I don't want to do it. I don't want to know the truth. Hey, girl. Chop, 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 chop. Frankenstein style. Chop, 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 chop. I do think, though, creativity is like actually like a muscle you exercise. I used to think it was like, no, people are just kind of like creative, you know, they're just born that way. But then being in like, when I was studying under character designers, they quickly made me realize, oh no, that is not the case. You learn rules and things, and then you're like, oh, I can put 1 and 2 together. It's kind of like, ew, I almost said math. It's absolutely not math. Like one of those merge games on your phone. You see those ads for like merge games? You're like, when you start to get more creative, you kind of see it like that. You're like, oh, I can put this with this and it makes this. And then I figured this out, you know. That's not math. We're not calling that math. You could just say that's addition, but like that's absolutely not math. See, we need people who are good at math though, because I'm very bad at math. Listen, very bad. Very. All right, Loki looks like she's doing a spell. That's not what's happening with, you know. Closer. We're closer to what we need. All right. If you were here earlier, I explained what I was gonna do here. I'm getting confused because they're like on top of each other. I'm like, what's happening here? Hello? I trace it once just to get the base of the pose. Now we're gonna actually make it look like the character. And we're also going to correct whatever, because listen, we've already learned that's physically impossible what I just did, but shh. You and me, we are in a pact that if it's art, we can break things. And sometimes we take a hammer and we break bones. Okay? That's what we're gonna do. Also, you may think I have 1 drink, but I have 2. Go ahead and place your guesses and what drink is what. Because one of them is actually not a drink. This one here, it's miso soup. Nobody ever question if I'm Japanese again. Because when I start dying, emergency food, you just put the miso paste into the mug and you put the water and you're like, I'm done. Delicious. I'm gonna do this. And then the other one is actually coffee. I went out there and it's starting to get cold, Canada level cold, and I was like, oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna drink soup. Some soup. Like this? Does this make sense physically? I don't, you know, we're gonna go with it. And hopefully it works. They are different skin tones. And I think he's wearing gloves, to be honest. So I think it'll be fine. Like, I think it'll pop. Because if they were both the same skin tone and I didn't shade it well, from afar, it just looks like a horror amalgamation of hand, you know? Okay. What am I doing? You know I'm stressed when I'm like pausing and I'm like, what are we doing? What's going on? Do it like this. You're the one I need. All right. She is wearing green. So I'm gonna just do her sketch in green because that feels right. I don't know. I'm gonna use the rough pen. It's pretty. It's pretty. I'm going to make this a little lighter so it looks like I'm cool. Alright, let's give this girly... Chances are I'm going to do this and then I'm going to do it again. This is really rough. Well, this is a woman. And this character is very thin. So we are going to reduce her shoulder a lot. To be fair, this 3D model is like anime proportions, so like the head is massive and then the shoulders are tiny. I'm like, maybe I just need to make the head massive then. Wait, she's small, so eat. Woman I can figure out. Man! We'll figure that out later. From this angle, we don't see the back here. She's small. See why I said we're probably going to do it twice? Because already I'm like very messy with it. Her dress, like, on top of this, I'll have to draw her clothes anyway, so. This, I don't know what this is called. I don't remember what this neck muscle is called. I just know that whenever I do like those shoulder lift things, I'm like, I don't want to build that, thank you. That's all I know. I'm like, no, that one's okay. I'm good. I'll do something else. Also, she has no hand. Can't believe we did this to her. We took away her hands. How could we do it? We're criminals. Which one of you did it? Give them back. It wasn't me. Shh, what do you mean? Why do hands look like that? You know, normally I turn on the fan because it's like really hot in here. I've got the PC, I got the lights, and I also have the door closed because I'm loud. And not for the humans, it's my dogs. My dogs find me annoying. But it's starting to get genuinely Canadian cold, and I'm like so cold that I'm like, dude, I need to bring a blanket in here. And guess what? I did. It's cold in here. What is this? What's the weather outside? Let me tell you. I don't know Fahrenheit. It's still raining. What is this? It feels like, sorry, it's not just like, oh, this is the temperature. It feels like, because it's raining, -2 Celsius. What the heck is that in Fahrenheit? I don't know, man. Ooh. Also, thank you, Luton, for reminding me to save. I have done the save. I've done it. -2 Celsius. 28.4 degrees Fahrenheit. So there you go. See? That's the maximum of my math. I'm gonna Google it. Yeah. The stream's over. I just I have fixed my chat, so now I can always see the chat. However, for some reason, I I sometimes miss the redeems. But I look for them. I'm just gonna be a little late. But if anybody comments on how late I am, I was 30 minutes late for the stream itself. Leave me alone. Life is hard. I got here, okay. I got here. To be fair, I was also late for stream yesterday, but then I went on for like 5 hours. So like, you win some, you lose some. How am I? I'm alive. I think I've overbooked my October, so I am like looking at the date constantly going heavy breathing. I'm like, hurry up, catch up, and then I'll be calm. I don't mind if I have a lot of work. I mind if I have a lot of work and I feel like I'm too slow. But everybody's very patient, so it's no problem. But that's why we're going to be working on more commissions on stream. Sometimes longer as well. We shall see. But that would be my Halloween plan as well, because stress. However, I did a lot of Halloween artwork, so I'm happy with that. I actually did 3 Halloween themed artworks. I posted 2 on Instagram, and one of them, this is quite impressive. I didn't do it on stream. I think it was my day off, and I just really wanted to draw. Kind of messed up because I hurt my arm because I did it. So maybe I shouldn't do that. But I finished a whole artwork in one day. I was like, yo, I am working magic up here. However, the next day, my arm got tired. So then I was like, well, I paid the price. A sacrifice to the art gods, I suppose. I was like, I really want to finish this painting and I want to be able to print it and I want to be able to show it off to people. Can I do it, art gods? They're like, yeah, sure. Next day, hey, no. You have an allotted amount of time that you're allowed to draw. If you go over it, punishment. It's all right though. It happens if I just don't take a break. Which I think we should all do that. Wait, she's supposed to be kind of annoyed. Right. This is not the best to do like these pristine questions, but we're just doing a rough sketch right now. The art gods must be happy with me. For now. For now. They blessed me for one day. Once I get art block, I'm gonna be like, what did I do? What did I do? Because we all get it. I think the difference though, if you do it full time, when you get art block, you just kind of go like, well, sucks. Figure it out. You don't have time for this. Just do it. You just end up being slower, I think. But you still do it. You see, this brush is probably not the best for this. It's actually kind of good, because then I don't like try and make it clean. Yeah, the angle is probably wrong. Yeah, she's looking straight like this. She's actually supposed to be kind of like this. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense at all? No? Okay, yeah. That's... Fake it with some perspective, and then I'll draw it over again later. I used to see other artists do this process, and it used to drive me nuts. I'd be like, that looks like it takes forever. And here I am doing it now, because I'm like, no, there's no other way. There's no other way. Hey, that's not, no, stop. Stop it! Okay, if a character is looking this way, actually I think one eye is wrong. But character is looking this way. The chin actually, like if they're looking this way, I can show you an example right now with my own face. See if I'm looking straight at you. Hi. This is my straight proportions. If I go like this part looks wider or like taller. And if I go like this part looks like different as well. It's exaggeration, right? So, well, this part, if I go like this part looks shorter. So it should be reversed. It looks taller. Art lessons. Simplified. Which means her chin should look taller. Taller meaning like more length. Don't even get me started on what's rounder. Because I don't know the answer. I don't remember. I just do it and then I go, that doesn't look right. And then I do the opposite and I go, oh yeah, that way, yeah. Yeah. Something about the ears too. The ears also change position. Do I remember where? No, I just draw it again. And I feel like some artists maybe memorize this stuff. I think it's similar to like how people study. Some people like memorize and some people have like, you know, mnemonic devices. Not demonic. Mnemonic devices. Where like they memorize it by like cute rhymes and things. Or like some people logic it out to remember things. I think I try to logic out, and probably that's why my style is, I don't know. Like, if it's like history, for example, some people just memorize the facts. I will probably be like, so A happened, so B happened, so C happened. But I'll probably put some humor in it. I'll be like, so this guy was a jerk. And then he got exiled. And then because he got exiled, I'm thinking of Machiavelli, by the way. Of all the things I'm thinking of. It's like, well, that guy, he wrote that book. But he was kind of, he got greedy with it. He did too much. I don't remember the exact story, but all I remember is bro got kicked out. It worked. All I remember from class. I remember in high school, actually, I asked my like counselor or whatever, and I was like, I don't know which, like I'm thinking of doing art or fashion or something. So I don't know which course is more relevant. And they said, well, there's no real relevance. Like if you took history, there's no real relevance or whatever. Both art and fashion, you have to take history. It actually saved my butt so much that I took history. So if anybody's thinking of going to art school and you can't decide if you should take history, it might help. If you have a good history teacher, that is. I only took European history though, so like I don't really know anything else. I learned some stuff about, I don't know, Scotland, UK, Ireland. It's interesting, yours is done really long. You know what I think would be a really good way to like trip somebody out? Is to like just Photoshop their hands. Just their hands. I think it would trip people out. Cause like, what's that movie? There was a recent Marvel movie, I think, where they like just changed the woman's, I think it's Deadpool and Wolverine actually. Where they just like changed the enemy's hand just slightly. And the whole time I was like, I can't tell if her hands are just really weird or if, like they've changed it. Like what is going on? They did in fact change her hands. Like her nails were like really long and clubbed, I think. I was like, I don't know, something's different. Something's not right with this one. Why are her fingers also so long? It was a weird one. So, if you want to mess with somebody, yeah, I guess just continuously Photoshop their hand. And eventually, when they catch on, they'll be like, what the heck, man? Alright, this is the part where kind of, ooh. You were ready? Because it's Marvel? Do you like DC or Marvel better? Wait, which character was it? Oh my goodness. Cassandra Nova, I believe. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna show you like everything. I'm just showing you the literal like. They did what's it called? Makeup on the hands, which made it really weird looking. If I could find like a photo that's not blurry, that would be sick. However, they're all blurry. Why do you do this to me? Why do you show me the photo and then like proceed to blur the photo? Stop it. Oh, okay. Okay. I got it. This is such a bizarre thing. Personally, I think I'm a DC person. However, I think it's just because I like Harley Quinn, honestly. Batman and Harley Quinn. Maybe from the games, especially. Do you see? So on first glance, you're like, huh, am I seeing things or am I tripping? And then like afterwards, I saw that it was like, you know, CGI and also makeup. I was like, yeah, that looks like absurdly long. It's so weird. But like on a movie screen, you're just kind of like, I don't know what's happening. Maybe do a double take. Yeah, it was weird, right? It's But that's what I'm saying. You just mess with the hands just a little bit and people will be like, I don't know, something's a little off. Can't tell. Something's wrong. Just a tiny bit. Incorrect. For real. That's what I'm thinking of. I do like Deadpool though. I do also enjoy the Canadian jokes all the time. In that movie specifically. A lot of Canadian jokes. She did do that. Yeah, she definitely did do some very, you know. So I was really looking at those hands. I was really focused on those. I was like, well, while we're here, why do they look weird? While you're doing something disturbing with those, why do they look strange? More concerned about that than anything else. I'm like, hey now, what's going on? But I really like Spider-Man. See? Difficult. See, I like Batman and I like Spider-Man, but then I watched Smallville and now I'm kind of like back on DC side. I'm like, Who knows? I've never really been like deep into either of them though, because I'm more anime, of course. We've seen my art style, yeah. But I did actually 3D model Harley Quinn for one of my assignments. It was required that I pick a superhero or a villain. And so then I was like, I don't know, Harley Quinn. Yeah. The model didn't turn out that bad for somebody who's modeling a character for the very first time. But it was fully because I'm an illustrator, right? So it made sense that I can, you know, have pretty good awareness on facial proportions, even if I'm sculpting. All right, girl. Do you see my issue here? Her head is like, something's going on. That is so fair. Batman is super cool. Do you have a favorite Batman movie? I think the movies, they're so like stretch. Like the Joker movies as well are like very, very different. You know what I really did enjoy though? Gotham, the show. It's on Netflix. I don't know. I don't think they're continuing it, but I did enjoy that one a lot. Loki looks like her head is about to pop off. It doesn't look like it's attached. Or maybe I should ask if you have a favorite Marvel movie. Do I have a favorite Marvel movie? The Dark Knight. I have to double check. Honestly, even the video games, the names kind of blur together. Ah, yeah. I did watch this. Yeah, of course I did. It's Heath Ledger. Of course. Yeah, I think I can't remember exactly what happened because it was quite a while ago, right? I think they were trying to either like end it really quickly or something. I remember something felt weird. Like they were trying to either cause like a cliffhanger or try and like allude to the next season or something, and then they proceeded to just not. I was annoyed about it because I really enjoyed it. Rushed, right? Yeah, that's what, like, I can't remember exactly what happened. All I remember was it didn't feel satisfying. You know what really didn't feel satisfying though? I think it was a Teen Titans live action. I think it was like the very first episode. I think I saw the something about the CGI. I was like, this could have been smoother. Is it because it's a pilot or am I tripping? So I couldn't continue watching. But I really loved Teen Titans, the like original animation. So good. Even Teen Titans Go refers to it and goes like, what happened? We were so cool. And I'm like, yeah, man. I think it was a production reason that they stopped. I don't know. But I really enjoyed that one. I feel like her hand is massive, but it might be an illusion. Ooh. I don't know what it is about the Avengers movies, but I for some reason cannot finish them, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I think because there's a lot going on that I'm just like, I can't keep up. There's too much happening. And then I just shut down. I don't know what it is. I should give it another try. I keep saying, however. I don't know. I tried more than one. They are long. I think it's also because I maybe haven't watched the origin films for all of them. So when I jump into it, I'm just like, who are you? Kind of. So if I get to a part where it's a character I'm not interested in because I don't know their story, I'm like, oh, well. But Spider-Man movies are great. Alright, let's use a dark red for this guy. I don't actually know what coloring. It took me a second, but I got here, alright. See, she looks like something now. She's a person. That's a person. Right, she looks a little bit too angry. Is it just me? Like, she looks a little too... She's supposed to be, like, annoyed, but, like, she can't hide that she's actually, like, blushing or something. Ooh, good question. Favorite horror movie? I think it's still Crimson Peak. Because it's pretty. I think it's a lot of artists' favorite, actually. Because I always see fan art of it. I think just because it's really pretty. It is really pretty. Guillermo del Toro, he's just... That guy's messed up. He's twisted. But it's amazing. Fantastic. I love that you're crazy, dude. Like, you're kind of crazy. I haven't been to that many art exhibits, actually, but I've been to his and I've also been to Tim Burton's. Weird that they're both horror. What's that about? But, so I saw, like, Nightmare Before Christmas's, like 3D models. They're little... Not 3D, what's the word? Play models? Stop motion models? That was pretty cool. Got to see Jack's many faces. I feel like I do recite his lines quite a bit. I don't actually know if I have a favorite Halloween movie though. Surprisingly. Horror movie, right? It's Crimson Peak, but Halloween movie. Thank you for following. Do you have a favorite Halloween movie? Doesn't have to be horror. Anybody, tell me. Give me recommendations. Because right now I'm just rewatching Supernatural for the millionth time. Corpse Bride is pretty good. I don't know if it's favorite though. Oh, also, I should probably zoom out so you can see what's happening. There we go. He's got no face. Kinda like the guy from Spirited Away. Adam's Family is really good though. Can't sleep on that. I did do a Wednesday fan art, so. And when I did a YouTube short, I referenced the Addams Family in it actually, when I shared my Halloween artwork. I don't know if anybody got the reference actually. I was hoping somebody got the reference. I showed it to somebody in real life, and everybody that I showed the video to in real life had not watched the Addams Family. And I was like, am I old? What's happening? Not that old. Also, like, Wednesday came out. I feel like it would make people watch the Addams Family. Am I crazy? Or... I realized that his face should actually be closer if he's kissing her hand. So we're gonna have to do some surgery. Ooh. Sinister. I remember Sinister. I don't remember if I watched it in theaters or what, but I had a little phase where I just kept watching horror movies like all the time. It probably was Halloween some year and I just watched a bunch of them. I don't know if I've watched Friday the 13th, even though it's like, isn't that like a classic? And so is Paranormal Activity. I remember it came out when I was scared. I was too scared. Yeah, it is a classic, isn't it? Because I at least know the characters. Yeah. Just start watching. I did watch a lot of the Conjuring films too. There was a phase. Now everything is scary. Everything is scary all the time. You know, this is not like a horror per se. I guess it kind of is. I'm not really sure. But the Brothers Grimm, I really enjoyed when I was younger, which I probably shouldn't have, because I think it's it's a kind of scary movie. It's 2005. What is this classified as? It's fantasy for sure. Oh, hey, think about it. Heath Ledger is in this movie. Look at that. Woo. Yeah, but what is it though? Is it a horror or is it a... I don't remember. Ah, it's adventure fantasy. No, but it's a kind of, it's kind of horrifying. There are some scenes in there where I was like, dude, what? Dude. Oh. Younger me definitely was like, I need a parent. But you know what? As a teenager, I feel like I've watched PG-13. No, you know what it is? I think even now I can't watch certain scenes because I'm scared of spiders. That's what it is. That's the main thing where I'm like, nope. Nope. Absolutely. Even now I'm like, nope. We're not. If anybody saw me playing Monster Hunter, there's also like a monster that is low-key spider-like, and they have, I really appreciate that the developers put in like a arachnophobia filter for people who are very scared of spiders. You don't have to see them. However, there's one monster that is like just borderline, and it's not borderline enough. It's cried through the whole thing. For the rest of that, off stream, I called my friend and she did it for me. I was like, I'm gonna hide over here. You do that. I'm scared. I'm so scared. I legit fought this boss because it was story specific. I could not continue the game without it. I literally was fighting like this on camera, screaming, crying. And that is why this is a story all about how I stopped playing video games live. That was so scary. Can you kill this virtual spider? No, we used to, the thing is, even in person, if there's a spider and my friend is around, I'm like, can you handle this for me? I'm so scared. I can never live by myself. The world's, see, listen, the Brothers Grimm might be PG-13, but the world ain't. I need somebody to handle this. I'm so scared. I am getting better at it. However, it's been years. It's years of it. It's the one thing where if somebody asked for me to do that in art, I would have to, it's like a, nope, decline. I think if you gave me a horror commission for Halloween or something, even that I'd be like, I'm fine. I'm chill. I'm chilling. We're great. I pretty much will draw anything. However, we cross the line at spiders. It's no. Also, it is the season, is it not? For it? Oh, what a rough time. Why? Why? Just why? Thank you so much. That means a lot. I know somebody cannot be trusted if they do the thing. You know, I think kids like to do this. And I knew that they did this in like middle school or whatever, right? If they found one and then girls are scared of them. Because I think apparently there's a statistic where it's actually more common that girls are scared of spiders. I don't know what that is. There's some evolutionary thing. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. But we all bound together and we're like, oh, something happened. Something happened to us. Don't know what. But if like one of the guys would be like, ooh, I found one. I'm like, absolutely not. Jail. You deserve jail. You deserve the deepest depths of hell, actually. If you're that type of person, I'm not mincing words. You suck. You're the worst. Somebody's deeply afraid of something to the extent of tears and you actively push them. Suck. Even talking about it will actually make me cry if we are talking about it in depth. So I'm like, if you do that to me, oh, it's over for you, bro. Yeah, we all agree. Everybody has those fears. Everybody has those days, you know, Hannah Montana. Yeah. I say this fully aware that I also was that kind of jerky teenager. But if you're an adult, okay, if you're an adult and you're doing it, yeah, you suck. Don't do that as an adult. Meaning, what this means is, now that you know this information, don't you dare. I don't know who I'll call. Ghostbusters? I don't know, but they're coming for you. Leave me alone. The world is scary enough. Oh. Anyway, so do we have any horror movies that don't have spiders in them? Then I can watch them. You know what messed me up for a good while though? I didn't even watch the movie. It was Final Destination. But I will forever be scared of like riding roller coasters without my hair tied. Didn't even watch the movie. That's how scary it is. Alright, this is where... So I'm like yapping, but I'm also going to yap about this part now. This model has tiny freaking shoulders. So we're gonna have to do some surgery here. I could exaggerate, but I don't really understand what I'm doing. I'm gonna take his arm. Wow, imagine if you could just do this. You could just be like, oh yeah, I went to the gym. I mean, yeah, I guess you could Photoshop your arm to make it look like you the gym, but imagine if you could do it in real life. I do feel like your head is also too big for your body. Don't say that to people outside. Don't do that. However, in here, Chat, we can tell this guy. This imaginary guy. His head is a little too big for his body right now. Also, his hand is still her hand is still too far from his body, so I think we're gonna have to do a little bit of shifty shift. How am I gonna? It could be like the scene right before, but I have a feeling that we want the scene actually when it's happening, so I'm gonna have to figure out my life. Woo! Woo. He is taller than her, but like how much taller? I don't recall. It still looks like he's holding her hand. If anything, I'll just shift her down. I pray. We pray. Let us see. Let us. Like lettuce. Like behind her thumb. Holding it like this. But then how is this finger? What's happening? Huh? Potentially, we could do a little bit of but I don't think that's gonna help us. Whoop. Unless we move this finger. I'm moving at the speed of light right now, y'all. You think this is me working slow? Imagine. I'm going so fast right now. I'm actually Sonic. Like this, and then this part of the hand is behind. When I'm explaining things like this, it looks like I understand what I'm doing, and I'm like, yeah, so like this is like this and this is like this. But in actuality, what's happening is I'm explaining, but I'm actually trying to figure it out as I'm explaining. Okay, so if it doesn't work, that's fine. Because I have given you the disclaimer, it might not work. All right. Ooh, zombie movies. Night of the Living Dead. I don't think I've watched that many zombie movies. What is that? Isn't that like also like a classic genre? But for some reason, I only see it in like, ironically, in movies that they talk about zombie movies. What is that? It's an old film, no? This is, okay, excuse me. Not that. Not that. Like the 1968 film, is that what we're talking? Ooh. Shaun of the Dead, I have heard of. That one. This looks really familiar. It actually has a like really high ratings. Maybe I need to watch it. Dawn of the Dead. There's so many of the dead. What is this? Oh. There are like so many. Oh, it looks like, yeah, the same director, huh? A local mall. What the heck? Apparently there's like one movie that was filmed relatively close to somewhere I know of, at least in the same province that have passed. That sounded like really, really long. Okay, it's like in American terms, in the same state, somewhere I've been, close to where I've been. I think it was American Pie. Filmed in Canada! Yay! And as I mentioned, I am rewatching Supernatural, and it is also filmed in Vancouver. So I find it really funny whenever they're like on the road and they're like, oh yeah, this is a long stretch of road. And then they replace the road signs to be American, because like Canadian road signs do not look the same at all. Like ours is completely different. But there is like one part in the series, I think, that they like kind of break the fourth wall a little and they film in Vancouver. Like the story takes place in Vancouver. So that they're like literally just filming in the place that they're at. I think to give it a nod to the Canadian viewers and Canadian crew. But apparently, if you thought there was a big difference between Canada and America, guess not, because on TV, not the case. Oh, you know what else was filmed really close to? So I went to school downtown Toronto, and I apparently just missed it. Like I wasn't at school this day. Maybe lost with the metrics. I always see the joke that it's like, it's not just us, it's you're the only ones. America, catch up. But like, to be honest, I use inches, so I would also be in a rough place, you know? However, what I was saying was, Suicide Squad, the first one, was filmed very close to where I went to school. I don't know why I didn't mention this. This is kind of like a, oh yeah, I could have told you this. I think I had classmates who were taking photos of like the set. Because I think there's one scene in Suicide Squad where Harley Quinn and Joker are speeding. That was not New York. That was not filmed in New York. It was filmed in Toronto because it looks the same. We look the same. Every city looks the same. Big, shiny, bright lights. Yeah, we're the same. Whatever. However, I thought it was pretty cool because I actually enjoyed the movie. And then I was like, if you slow down the movie, you can point out, I know that sign, and I know that sign. It was very trippy. But a lot of films were filmed in Toronto, actually. I think the University of Toronto as well looks very old-fashioned, so they use it for like castle buildings or things like that. Yeah. The more you know. A lot of films that take place in New York usually filmed in. Because it's too expensive in New York. We're cheap over here. I think we also have less traffic probably. Because like I've been to that what's it called? Been to that intersection, and at like 2 a.m. it's dead. Nobody's over there, so good place to do it. However, also really unnecessary fact that I know, there was once a really, really bad blizzard, and like all the Tim Hortons, so our version, like our coffee shop, I guess not really our Dunkin', but like, you know, our classic coffee, you know, it's Tim Hortons. If you don't know Tim Hortons, search it up. Like you're on a Canadian streamer, like go search. But it was the only one, I think, in all of Toronto that stayed open, and I was like, let them go home. Let them leave. And so that was like the way that we knew Timmy Hortons. That's the way we knew that our Tim's would never close, and our school would never close. So I went to a commuter school because it's Toronto. A lot of, you know, buses and trains go there, obviously, for work. So we would be like, oh man, there's a blizzard. Do you mean, is there gonna be a snow day? Do we not have to go to school? And then we learned that Tim Hortons never closes. So then I was like, oh, so then that means like the school also never closes, because that's the environment. That's just the environment that we're expected to show up in. One time I was going to school and it was like 8 a.m. in the morning. And the train tracks froze. So hey, I missed my midterm. Obviously, they were prepared for this. They know what to do in cases of train tracks freezing. So, you know, I could retake my test, or I could take the test, rather. It is crazy. Have you seen that there's like a Tim Hortons and then like legit like very far in Canada, like really like icy area. Somebody, I think I saw it on TikTok where somebody was like, you know what's impressive is that there's always a Tim Hortons, and then they zoom in into this like tiny place where it's freezing cold. And I'm telling you, there's one everywhere. It's great. I don't even like Tim Hortons that much. However, whenever I leave for America and come back, I'm like, we back! We made it! I found Tim Hortons, therefore we're home. There it is. Woo! Get all excited for no reason. Anyway. Ooh! You also have like a place where you've seen things being filmed. That English didn't make sense, but you... Alright. I yapped a lot. Did I do anything productive? Let me see. I do think, sir, that you actually should be a little bit longer. Not that we're going to be able to see it. He's going to be wearing armor. However, you know, proportions. Artist lives, proportions, Tim Hortons, all matter. Things that matter. Taking breaks, doing your wrist stretches. She looks kind of big, though. I'm gonna bring her that way. Like, I'm gonna push her this way. So it works better. Her thumb is causing me issues. I've never thought this would be... I never thought the day would come where I'd be like, hey, your thumb causing me issues. But now there's a tangent. Oh my lord. Stop it. Hey. See, there's always a Tim Hortons. I think there are some Tim Hortons. Oh, you know what's crazy? This is something I've been told. We have Tim Hortons in Korea. And it's better than the Canadian Tim Hortons. So if you ever go to Korean, or if you go to Korea, I don't know if it's the airport or what, but if you go to some Korean places, they have Tim Hortons, and apparently the coffee's pretty dope. So, enjoy! And then if you come to Canada, do not expect the same quality. It's awful here. Not great. I still eat it, but that's just patriotism or something. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's, listen. We're on Twitch. There's a donate button. You know why? Because Tim Hortons coffee is like really cheap. If you want me to not suffer. I just don't want to drink Tim Hortons coffee. I'm just kidding. I also stopped drinking dairy, so I don't know what it is, but I had coffee from Tim Hortons that was dairy free. And for some reason, the oat milk is grainy. Somebody explain what happened. So it happened twice. The first time I thought, maybe something just weird here. The second time I was like, nah. Nah. The fact that I trusted it a second time is wild. But like, that's how often I end up at Tim Hortons, and I was like, well, I'm thirsty. I need to drink some. Like, what am I gonna do? I tried my best, Tim's, but ice cap is good though. So, if it's hot and you come to Canada, why are you coming to Canada? Actually, that's the only time you should come to Canada, actually, is when it's hot. Don't come when it's cold. Meaning, like, don't come right now. This is a bad time. It's like when you go over to somebody's house and then they're like, sorry, it's a bad time. In Canada, it's like 6 months. It's a bad time. Do not come here. I promise you, you will have a better time somewhere else. It's cold. It's getting to that time. It's a bad time there too. No. There's nowhere for us to escape. It's awful. Oh, Lord. But no, I do agree that Eastern food, they've got it on lock. Speaking of, right before this stream, I made my miso soup, right? That's instant. Delicious, by the way. It's cold now, but I'm still gonna drink it, whatever. It's good for you. Probably better for you if it's hot. But the other thing is, I also had instant rice, but Korean instant rice. So it didn't taste like minute rice. It was just, you know, rice. And then I was thinking, man, instant food from Asia, they're on next level because they don't have time to waste. We're overworked. Let's go. And they're smart about it. All right, we did all that talking. Did I do anything? No. So let's now. Actually, I was gonna draw over them again. They look pretty fine, don't they? Except him. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Your face is not facing. You know, it's doing something. And I tend to do this. I tend to move the eye somewhere. Maybe it was right before. Dude, what? Scotland? I don't know anything about Scotland except for the fact that I watched Outlander and now I can understand like some Scottish words. Or like dialect, I guess. But before that, I would have been like, what? Also, if you play Valorant, Clove, the character, is also Scottish, and I would not understand their voice lines if I didn't watch Outlander. Because I was like, what do you mean bairn? And what do you mean kenna? What? What? Or dinna? No? Norway introduced a 32-hour work week? Dude, what's a work week in Canada? Need to check. Canadian work week. 40. Sounds about right. Well, it doesn't matter to me. I work, I'm sure, more than 40 hours a week. I don't know. If we just calculate the streams, like 4 to 5 hour streams, right? And then I do that 3 times a week, but I'm working outside of that too. I have 1 day off. You calculate that. I have 1 day off. But like, my job is nice. I can't complain. Job is nice. Do we get paid a lot of it? Whoa. If I finish this commission, I'll get paid more. Maybe you should lock in. The panic. The panic. Yeah, if you can be an entrepreneur, it's great. I am very, 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 very blessed. Oh, did I mention? I did mention it. But probably before you popped in. Unless you're on YouTube and you're watching this after, then you've been here this whole time and you're hearing me say it again. But there is a YouTube video coming out tomorrow. I just have to do like finishing things. Like the thumbnail. I have to make it like juicy and clickable. Or whatever. I have to do the... We keep making this joke at home where it's like, I don't know how to make content as an artist. This is too complicated. And then it's like, we pull one of these and go, hi, I'm Mr. Beast. And I said, no. It's so stupid. And I'm like, we're not doing that. I'm absolutely not doing that. We're not doing the YouTube video like that. Stop it. So I talk normally in the video. Absolutely not pulling one of those. However, in the video, I talk about how I became the entrepreneur version of me. The one that's here right now. There is a script, so it's not like I'm just like yapping the whole time. Otherwise, the video would go on too long. However, I pretty much talk the exact same. I also talk the exact same when I worked retail. Like my retail voice and my natural voice is the same. People who have two different voices, they freak me out, but like in a cool way. Like I'm like, dude, who are you? Have you ever met people like that? Where they pick up the phone and then suddenly they have like a whole different voice and persona. And you're like, who are you? Like you talk to this really bro-y dude who's like, yo, what up, bro? And then they pick up the phone and they go, yes, absolutely, sir. And you're like, dude, what's going on over there? That's wild. All right. Well, you know, I don't think I can do much better than this right now. We're just gonna go with it. This is their clean sketch. I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna make them bigger. Big. Oop. Wait, hold on. Maybe I should make it a better size. What size is this? 11 by... That's such a weird number. Why did I do it that way? 10 by 11.5 or something. I was like, what? What a weird number. This one has to be wider. There's no way I can not do it wide because they're kind of stretched out like this. So the best alternative is to kind of give them square. Maybe that's better, to give them square. Because then they have room to breathe a little bit. Not really. Not really. Actually, I lied. I completely didn't help. They have too much space to breathe, actually. Maybe stop breathing, actually. I'm gonna just exaggerate tiny bit here. I love drawing characters that don't have feet because I break their body and then I don't have to worry about if they would actually fall over. Nobody ever clip these things, please. Because the way that I talk about these characters, it sounds like I'm a murderer. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do some surgery over here. I'm just gonna amputate this. Break some bones over here. Chop, 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 chop. Frankenstein style. Alright, let's make the characters look like the characters. Alright, what we do know is she's got dark hair. So now I'll start doing black, because I don't know what color to use. Ooh, maybe we'd use a bigger brush. Because I made them bigger, now the brush actually matters a little bit. I made it like she's turning around. Like she's being stopped by him and she's like, hey, yo, bro, you grabbed my arm. I guess you can hold on to it. I guess it's yours now. You can have it, I guess. Hands, hair. Ooh, difficult things to draw. Okay, the front of her hair makes sense to me. What's happening with the back of her hair? If I was to spin like this, I feel like the bulk of her hair wouldn't move that much. It's mostly the front, right? Because this is too much hair. It's too heavy. But, you know, hairography. You know, have you seen those videos of K-pop dances, choreography versus hairography? They like put their hair into it. Yeah, put your back into it and also put your hair into it. So then the hair moves cool. It adds more dynamic vibe to it. That's what I'm thinking of here. Like, realistically, maybe this hair wouldn't move. What, does it look cool? Yeah. We're just gonna pretend there's a dramatic wind that perfectly hit at the exact time. There's a fan right there. There's a fan and I'm a fan. Also, all this hair probably is not going to be even visible if it's behind her because she has a huge sleeve. This is medieval, by the way. This is fantasy. Ooh, hydrate. I did drink water. I have 3 drinks. I've got soup, I've got coffee, and I've got water. ASMR. Be honest, I hate ASMR. It makes me feel itchy. Specifically, like mouth noises. Ooh, ooh, no. You start with 1 drink, but then 1 drink isn't enough. I'm pretty bad at this, and you can't see it. God bless that you can't see it. Good for you. Because sometimes this office accumulates cups. And you can tell it's con week because it starts to get worse and worse. Which means like I had a coffee cup and then I worked too late and then it's already time for stream the next day and you're like, well, I don't have time to really do anything with this unless I rush down, but I'm tired, so... Oh... Well... I'm no better than the artists who drink paint water. Except, like, I don't paint, so... Like... There's a higher risk of me drinking old... coffee, I guess. There's a stack of cups in my room. At least they're just cups. It could be Red Bull. It could be soda. It could be worse. For my health. And for my image, I guess. You look down, it's all Monster or something. I don't know, maybe your impression of me would change. I don't know. I tried Monster, it did not feel good. I cannot do energy drinks. Coffee, sure. I don't know what that's about. Today I'm drinking, I don't know, Maxim? Korean instant coffee. Red Bull, I've tried. Red Bull was better than Monster, for sure. At least there's that. I don't know what happened, but I only tried it in university, so. But then I don't really need it anymore. The only time I ever really needed caffeine to an extreme amount is when I was in university. Now it's like just an addiction. I don't think I need coffee that bad. But then I also, have you heard those studies where people with ADHD, they actually concentrate better with coffee? It's not that they stay awake better, it's that they concentrate better. So, I don't know. I don't know, but we're not gonna test it. For sure, because this stream could go a lot worse. I'd be like talking for 10 minutes and then be like, wait, I haven't done a pen stroke. I knew this one guy that I worked with, and we were all kind of concerned for him actually. Where he would take pre-workout, and then while at work, he would drink like multiple Red Bulls. And then we were all like, dude, are you gonna have a heart attack? One time he told me, he was like, Azuki, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I was like, well, maybe you shouldn't have another Red Bull. Put it down. Dang, brother. Leave it alone. Jeez. Oh, he would take breaks. He'd be like, oh, I don't feel so good. I was like, dude, go home. It's not worth it. Crazy. Love that guy. But I hope he's okay, because that was crazy. That was a crazy time. Alright, I don't know if this hairstyle, I feel like I'm double checking the reference actually. I feel like I've given her too much anime hair, which is like fine for some characters. However, in this case, you know, that is so fair. Sometimes I did have quite a few friends who would like, they would take energy drinks to survive, you know, get me through this day, you know. For me, I don't think energy drinks are the way to do it. The way to get me to keep going, because I don't think caffeine will actually do that much for me, except for make me freak out. As we have established, I am just a vibrating chihuahua at all times. They used to test this at my previous job. They would just spook me all the time. Come out behind me and go, ooh, and I'd just jump 3 inches in the air, like, why would you do that? So I don't think I need caffeine. However, sugar. Sugar, on the other hand. Sugar? Now that's probably a good thing to get me going. I always want sugar. It's terrible for you. But sugar. Azúcar. Oh, yeah, the best solution is always sleep. Sleep is king. Am I right, y'all? Everybody likes sleep? We all like sleep? Yeah, woo. Okay. Eventually I'm gonna blend these together, the line arts. All right, time for the dress. I don't know if this actually, hold on. I said all that, but now I'm like, if she's spinning that way, right? So her hair, hold on, physics. Her hair is like this, if she's standing straight. And then she spins this way. So, what did my hair do? So if she's going this way, her hair is being left behind because it's lighter, so her hair is going this way. Do I make sense to y'all? So this hair is correct, actually, because it's going this way. This hair should be more... Can I do this? I don't know if this is gonna work. If there's a will, there's a way. Physics! Physics! I low-key gave her like a beard for a second. And I was like, you know what? That's a look, but not the look we're going for here. Alright, alright. Okay, at least we figured out the direction. I think that I do. I don't have to make it perfect. You've already noticed I'm doing a different process. If you were here yesterday, I am doing a different process from yesterday completely. So this looks like it's taking longer, but when I paint it, it'll actually be faster because there's a lot of things I don't have to clean. Versus yesterday, there's actually so much I have to clean and correct. But the problem is on stream, it's boring. Ooh, hair over the shoulder. Probably right. I think here. Wait, hold on. Thinking. Loading. Currently loading thoughts. I think on this side. I don't think she's wearing jewelry. But the right here, I think we need this information. However, the hair going over here makes it look cool, I think. And I think this... Also, I don't know how long her hair is, actually. I assumed her hair is kind of straight, or wavy-ish. God, I hope it's the right hair texture. Because if they come back and they're like, actually... full curl, I'd be like... dang! I messed up. But from the references, it looks like it's not the case. The reference I was given, actually, if anybody's watched Merlin, it's been so long. I haven't watched it in a good second. I think because it's not available on Netflix. I would rewatch it. It's a pretty old show, I think. But it's fantasy. Merlin. You know, King Arthur and Merlin. I ship it. My Pinterest, whenever they show up, if they do show up, those two characters, I'm like, there was so much tension. I ship it. Alright, maybe not perfect, but it's starting to look like she spun around, yeah? What's the actress's name? Merlin's actress, I don't remember. Thank you. There's a wiki. Thank you, thank you. Katie McGrath. Very pretty lady. Pretty lady. All right, she's got hair. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna do this on another layer because clearly that hair took too long. So we're doing what's it called? Medieval kind of dress, right? Well, I don't know if medieval is the right word. However, I don't know. Anybody watch Lord of the Rings? I somehow have not finished that. There's a lot of movies, okay? I'll get there. However, the fashion is inspired by Lord of the Rings. What time period is that though? Like, what is it inspired by? Northern European history, thank you. Early medieval, so I was correct. But not everything, just a little bit. A little bit. But there's apparently like a lot of inspiration. It's kind of, even it's inspired by World War I, but I think it's a story, not the fashion, obviously. I studied fashion. Do I remember anything? No. However, I recently watched a fantasy film with the same kind of not proportions, silhouette. So we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Woo! We're gonna do a little roller coaster rotate. What I do remember is this bodice is gonna be longer. Like kind of not drop waist per se, but kind of. And this area is a bit tighter. You know, like Merida in Brave. That kind of. Looking for the reference. Where am I? Where am I? Oh, of course, the reference is covering it. Be helpful, reference. The photo itself. Okay, at least I know. Okay, there's gonna be something here. Like a shoulder piece. I do know that this part, she doesn't have jewelry, so I'm thinking, or not jewelry heavy. Probably not a girdle here. DIY fashion right now, just go very fast. There's also the alternative to give this kind of sleeve and then make it flat. Because I think that's prettier. I do think it's prettier. That seemed to be the case when I Googled it, and also, you know, I feel like visually a little bit. But yeah, it definitely took inspiration from Norse and medieval. Ooh. Hey, this is drawing. I don't have to. Like usually when I give them clothes, I make it like not skin tight, but I'm like, this character is so thin that I'm like, well, just put it in there, just whatever. Oh, hold on. Maybe this way. This away. Away. This. Of course, they can always decide and be like, oh, that's not it. And I'd be like, okay. So they can just tell me. Of course. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate. I would do a little spin, but I can't. Thank you. Thank you. Happy Halloween. Halloween. I have to say happy Halloween at the end. It's so important. Because I'm not streaming tomorrow. This is your Halloween stream. Ooh. Are there seams on this? Maybe I should just search up a medieval dress, you know? That didn't help me. There's so many. Well, this is not a character design, it's illustration, so like the outfit is not, so if they give me inspiration, I'll, you know, work with it. Not like the focus should be the clothes, me working on the clothes. Or designing a cool outfit or whatever. Of course, I'm gonna take my interpretation. Of course, of course. Make it bunched up here. Starting to look pretty. I believe this character does have a pendant, actually, so I should probably do that. Ooh, ooh. How would this lie, though? This? Trying to make it like a little bit, like I'd do the line like this, because like it's a thin metal, and from some angles you just see the shine, you don't really see it. I don't know how big this locket is, but it does have an engraving on it, so I think it has to be big enough where we can see that. Like that. So. Also, when this character is described, it said ethereal features. So I'm thinking we're going to make her face kind of how do I explain? Glow? Kind of? Not like she's a god, but like goddess, sorry. But we're gonna make it like very glam, I suppose. Light glam. I don't really know how to explain this. But like filtered almost, at least that way I can explain. Okay, because there'd be extra fabric bunching up here, I have to make it look bunched up. Also, almost like it's caught in between them. That way the draper is pretty. Because the sleeve is more like, I don't know how to explain this exactly, but from the side it's kind of like this. So from the front it's like this. Very flouncy. So it's like that, then it should be more. But then this part bunches up back here. So actually, I think it's more that it should go this way. But again, physics, she's turning around. But it's more like her arm is stuck, right? So her arm is already in place. Just for dramatic effect. Maybe her hair is too dramatic for the case of like she's just turning her head. Her arm can't actually move that far. It's attached to her. Hey, sorry to tell you, sister, but your arm kinda attached. So I'm just gonna make it so like a little less hair is going that way. Of course, I'm gonna keep talking, but like, so it's fun if you were lurking. However, if you ever want to jump in and have a conversation, that's cool too. I am very, do whatever you need. Whatever you need. Because I think it would get intimidating to like jump in if I don't talk. But then it also kind of maybe less entertaining if I just appeal to the lurkers. I don't know. I don't want I don't want to pressure. This is plushy, not plushy, extra fabric. Her body, this is actually more smoothened out because of the, I don't know if she's actually wearing a corset to be honest. Like a different style corset. Like Merida, right? In the film, you can see that they're like lacing it up, and that's how she's like so uncomfortable. So less than jewelry. I'm going to do embroidery here. We're just gonna make up the embroidery for now. Okay, looks like Christmas lights. I will figure this out later. Because I don't actually know what we want, but imagine embroidery there. Okay. For now, I'm just going to, because we might change her clothes, we don't know, to erase her lines that we don't need. I do think she looks a little bit too angry. Oh. Me searching for every single layer. Okay, hold on. Let me soften a little. Okay, maybe a little too much. Maybe only one eyebrow? Something like that. All right, sir. You're the one who's more challenging, actually. So, which one are you? Oh, you're in here. Right. Okay. So he actually looks a lot different from what I did. I just gave him a straight nose because this is my default, but Bro actually has a stronger nose. Got a hook nose. I want to say, like, I did give him thick brows. Bigger nose. It's more this way. He also has stubble. Will I be able to do that in this stage? I don't know. I'm wondering if I do it on another layer. I think I'll do it on another layer. Imagine that as stubble, okay. I feel like I rarely get characters with like full beards or, you know, partial. It's usually stubble actually. So I don't know. Do with that what you will, men. The fantasy authors, they tend to give stubbles. So if you want to be the knight of their dreams, maybe, maybe stubble. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect because I can't really do that much right now. Something like that for now. There's your line. So the reference that I got was Pedro Pascal, Beautiful Man, with Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. So Beautiful Man. However, Pedro Pascal has a very defined nose. So that's where I'm going. We're like mix and match the face here. Make a fantasy character. And looks like Aragorn. I don't know this character actually very well. I just have a photo. Eyebrows are a little bit more relaxed. He has a really cool mustache, but he has this not weaker jaw, slimmer jawline. Versus Pedro Pascal has more square shape. Which is why we ended up with what we got when I originally drew this. I didn't go like too square, but I also didn't go too slim. Trying to find like a medium in between these characters. Their eyes as well. Downturned. I want to say deep set is probably the better option here. Can't really do downturn because of the way he's looking down, I don't think. Except I can put this more in shadow. I did give him a more pronounced jaw, but you cannot see it behind the fingers here. He's got curly hair, as my sketch showed. If you don't remember the sketch, he is back here. That was the concept. So we gotta go for that. Wow, he looks strange without the lines here. All right. He's supposed to look at her, not the hand. Talk to the hand. Reverse. Don't do that. look at the person. But he looked a little bit too serious, right? I think I need to move her hand in order to make this make sense. Either move her hand or move her finger a little bit. I'm gonna do one of these. I think the reason I moved it right was because his finger was like right on his face, right? In that case. Maybe raise his eyes a little bit. For the hands, I think we don't do the hands. His mouth. For his lips behind the hands. We're not gonna do too much with his expression. Maybe like a slight smile, like a little bit. But when you kiss something, right? You either are making a kissy face. I'm not gonna take that too seriously. Or you just relax your hands. If you know anything about greeting people, you do a lot of kisses for greeting Europeans. Very casual, right? I say this because South Americans, we also do that, so it would be kind of annoying if we had to do so much every time. So I'm gonna keep it relaxed. We're not gonna make him like do a whole trying to make it so it's like he's looking at her, but she is lower than him because he's taller. Unless he bends down quite far. Which I could do. We could redo that. But let's get it done first and then I'll figure that out. I think this guy is more rugged, right? So we can't make his hair super polished and nice. I hope my mic wasn't off for that whole ending, because if it was, that's really awkward, but I'll be back tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. I'll be back on Monday. Bye!